Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack today. I was sort of expecting some patches of the new year because Evony developers have a history of releasing some features around this time of year. Not necessarily big features, but usually there's something they push out as the year is ending. Observant people might have noticed a few days ago that there was an update, and with that update came an unannounced change to the rally spot. It was weird that there was no update mail, but that happens sometimes. It's not the first ghost change that has been released. I wanted to wait a few days to talk about this just in case they released more at the new year, and here we are. I'm going to skip over most of the repetitive mail that announces events because nothing much changes with those. In the Legend of Kong mail, the developers announce a new castle decoration, Kong City, the General Hammurabi, and the Civilization scroll chest that allows you to select a piece of gear that you'd like to receive. The Kong City decoration is actually a permanent decoration, and it does have that Skull Island theme to it, making it aesthetically unique. Hammurabi is a duty officer to replace the current iterations of the Academy officer. His skill book, the Code of Hammurabi, increases research speed by 10% and ranged and siege defense by 20%. The specialties at first glance look decent until you remember that he will be set on the Academy and only the last one will actually be applied to your troops. It's a lot of investment for the 20% range and siege HP you'd receive. His awakening, on the other hand, is very nice. Bring him up to 1 star for sure to obtain the 20% defense and HP in-city boost to both ranged and siege troops. There are 2 other generals now available as well. First is Zuka with a special skill called Supreme Power that applies a 40% attack increase to siege and a 35% HP increase to both siege and ranged troops that are used offensively. Zuka's ascension buffs are all offensive and look quite promising. Similarly, Zuka's specialties are well designed. He will certainly be a top offensive siege general. Mason Weaver is one of the Kong collaborative generals, and her weapon of choice seems to be a camera. It must be a pretty deadly camera though, because her skill, Friend of Kong, increases ranged and siege attack by 20% both offensively and defensively, and if you bring a dragon, you will also receive a defense and HP boost of 25% to ranged and siege machines. Note that these buffs will work both offensively and defensively, unlike Zuka, who is purely offensive. Her ascension buffs are decent, but not quite at the level of Zuka's. However, this makes sense since hers have the versatility of being both offensive and defensive. When you take a look at her specialties, it becomes clear that while she could be used as either a ranged or siege general early in her development, she gets a lot more out of being set up for ranged troops through her specialty. The Kong Skull Island collaboration event preview tells us some of the new events happening right now. We've got the Adventure Record event, where you can potentially receive Mason Weaver. While this event sounds new, it's really just a lazy recycling of old events where they plastered on new graphics and changed the name. Collect truth pictures from resource spots, monsters, and bosses at the free level. Expect these to be severely capped as always, even if it's not stated here. You can also purchase truth pictures directly by busting open that fat wallet of yours. The chances to receive each item are clearly listed in a chart, so at least they got that part right. 0.5% seems like a low number to receive the general, but it's pretty likely you'll get her within the first 240 attempts, and if not, you're guaranteed to get her on the 240th wish. The Skull Island Memories event is another lazy recycling of an old system. Collect the 5 items from resource spots, monsters, and bosses, and you'll be able to compose them to get chests. If you're lucky enough, you'll receive the Skullcrawler's killer avatar frame in one of them. In the Monarch Sciences event, you can complete quests and also purchase to obtain prosperity points that you can redeem for items. Are you shocked that this is a recycled event? Me too! At Monarch Science 40, you'll get the Frost Lion March effect, which should be permanent. If you rank in the top 10 of the event, you'll receive the Skull Island City decoration, but be warned that this is not a permanent effect. Finally, something that isn't recycled. The Guardian of Skull Island event allows you to get some spiritual beast scales to unlock the newest spirit beast, Kong. I was wondering when this would happen. I mean, a collaboration with Skull Island would have been absolutely stupid if Kong didn't become a spirit beast. Kong provides a huge marching ranged troop attack at max level of 104%, attacking HP of 104% for both ranged and siege, a 52% debuff to enemy mounted defense, and a 26% march size capacity. These are huge numbers, and I can only assume that it will take an equally huge amount of dollars to get him to level 20. Remember from my latest Spiritual Beast video that getting any Spirit Beast beyond level 10 either requires purchasing or being at the top of your server. Keep that in mind when looking at these stats. Even after years of play, most people won't be able to get to this point. Now on to the final important mail. The improvement of Rally Spot March presets and Wheel of Fortune. As alluded to earlier, there are now extra March presets in the Rally Spot. One is unlocked at Keep level 32 and the other at VIP 20. As far as I can tell, the rest remain untouched in terms of prior requirements. For many people, this could mean an extra preset to use, which is much needed. Really, we could use a whole lot more than one, but I get that Evony wants to lock some of this away to make people feel the need to purchase. 5 is a good number though. It allows an average player to have one preset dedicated to each of the main PvP marches and one extra for either a quick boss joining preset or something like a load march. The Wheel of Fortune was also changed to include the 100 spins a while back. Supposedly, the spins are now more visually impressive and the reward order has been rearranged, with generals also being highlighted. You can now receive 900 free chips instead of 500 for the first logins, but that's just for starting out the game. That's all for this update video. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.